All right, welcome in. This is our Ohio State football, could say recruiting show, but it really isn't. It's just more of an updated show, or Ohio State updated news show. So if you were on my YouTube this morning, I posted around 6 a.m. saying that I'll be dropping this show here at 5 o'clock. So hopefully all 500 or so of you that subscribe will check it out. So get to it. All right. Now we got some big news here. This is just out of Ohio State. It could be a quick show. Top news here. Jim Tressel officially sworn in as Ohio's next lieutenant governor. The Ohio House and Senate confirmed Tressel on Wednesday after Governor Mike DeWine nominated him on Monday. So former Ohio State coach Jim Tressel was officially sworn in. The ceremony took place at the Ohio State House, and you can check it out on News 10 WBNS on YouTube. Jim Tressel officially sworn in by Mike DeWine. And there's a big top headline for you. And I have no idea what a lieutenant governor does for the state of Ohio, but I'm not really good at researching that stuff. Anyways, hopefully you guys can comment and let me know. And next, 5 players worth watching during Ohio State's football's 2025 Spring Showcase. Agree or disagree on these top 5 players? Quarterback Julian Sayin. So he was a freshman last year. He should be a sophomore this year. Lincoln Kienholz is also could be in the battle of the starting quarterback position as well. And then you have your true freshman, St. Clair, that's in. So it's going to be a 3-way to 4-way. I think there's another 4th quarterback as well. 4-way fight for the QB starting position. But Julian Sayin is or could possibly be the runner for the number 1 spot. Now we're taking a look at the running back position. James People is a freshman. Quinshon Judkins, Trevion Henderson, they went by the NFL. And then we had a transfer from West Virginia with 1,690 rushing yards, C.J. Donaldson Jr., just coming in from the transfer portal. So we talked about the last show, all of our draft plays. I'm going to say draft. I'm probably going to say draft all the time, but our recruits coming out of high school that are coming into top recruits that have committed already, and now we're going into the transfers. So C.J. Donaldson's coming from West Virginia. James Peoples was still there as a freshman. Now he's a sophomore. So it could be up to a battle with them. And Peoples is a 4-star prospect out of the 2024 class. Cornerback Devin Sanchez. Ohio State's corners room feature a Davison Igbinosun as a junior, Jermaine Matthews, who played 400 snaps last season, Aaron Scott, a 5-star sophomore, and then there's the freshman Devin Sanchez, and will still garner attention. So hopefully we'll see if Devin Sanchez gets to start or not. Now there's a 5-star prospect with Jeremiah Smith, and they're probably going to be battling with each other in practice. So that's going to help Devin Sanchez move up as a corner. Now, then we just talked about him. Tavion St. Clair, true freshman. I'm really excited to see this guy play. I want to see the quarterback battle. I get my information off some podcasts and stuff like that. Haven't heard anything yet who the possible starter is, but they say Julian Sayin is supposed to be the number 1 starter, but there's going to be a big QB battle. He's coming out of Bellefontaine, by the way. And then we got wide receiver Quincy Porter. Quincy Porter is a number 23 overall prospect in the 2025 class and the nation's 5th best wide receiver. His recruiting profile suggests he'd be a freshman starter at some point, but Ohio State, he may struggle to see consistent reps. So I'm not sure if I heard an update about him, if he's getting ready to leave. I know we had some guy trying to leave and then come back, but I believe he's still there. And he might actually want to transfer, but Quincy Porter could possibly be a good wide receiver for us in the future. All right, so there's your transfers for the day. And then I should have probably came in at this, but Jim Tressel was pretty good news. I mean, I don't know if he's still at Youngstown or if. And now, if I have a question for you, diehard Ohio State fans, is he still at Youngstown State, or is he actually at Ohio State? Because I know he was working at Youngstown State for a while after he got dismissed out of Ohio State, but I think he's back. Not athletic director or something like that, but I think he's in office somewhere up in the high up office. But so Ohio State, the Void was the defensive coordinator, and this just happened like yesterday. And people are on an uproar. I've heard 50-50 on this. People are upset. People like it. Majority of them do not like this. But Ohio State hires Matt Patricia as their defensive coordinator. Now, Matt Patricia has 3 Super Bowl rings with the New England Patriots. But as for a defensive coordinator, I don't think he's been a DC for at all forever ago. I know he was a head coach for the Lions back in 2018 to 2020. He was a defensive coordinator in NFL for 2012 to 2017 under Bill Belichick. And then 2005 to 2017, he was part of the 3 Super Bowl winning teams. But as for a college defensive coordinator, I don't think he's ever even been one, but I'm not sure. According to Bobby Carpenter, he's the one that dropped it with official AJ Hawk. My only Ohio State jersey I've ever had, and only will have, was AJ Hawk. From Centerville, by the way. Go Elks. So, I don't know what you guys think. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts, pro or con, on the Patricia defensive coordinator spot. But I will say this, and I agree with the Buckeye Talk. Shouts out to you guys if you guys ever listen. Doubt it. But for Buckeye Talk that I listened to off Cleveland.com, now they were pissed yesterday, but then they kind of came around today when I listened to them this morning that at least Ohio State has a good defense. And then Matt Patricia doesn't have to do anything. And he's more of a scheme guy anyway, and that's probably why they brought him in, just like a Jim Knowles. So he's not a recruiter. He's not going to do anything like that, but he's going to scheme the defense accordingly to who they're playing on offense week to week. And that's fine with me. And he's an average. They said he is an average defensive coordinator in NFL. So hopefully he will be an awesome defensive coordinator in college. All right, so here we go. Next, Ohio State receives major transfer portal news. We've kind of been bouncing around. I never can set up anything right. And this is the guy I was talking about. So I set it up perfectly and didn't even realize it. Running back Sam Williams-Dixon entered the transfer portal on January 21st, but just before the Buckeyes college football playoff semifinal against Texas. Now, the 2024 four-star recruiter out of 24/7 Sports earned limited playing time in his true freshman season. He only saw 7 carries and 53 yards in 3 games for Ohio State. Now, on Wednesday, Williams-Dixon changed his mind. So now he was going to leave, transfer. Then he said, whoops, no, I'm not going to. And he withdrew his transfer portal and returned back to the program out of Pete Nakos on Twitter, on X. Ohio State running back Sam Williams-Dixon has withdrawn from the transfer portal on 3 Sports, has learned, entered the portal last month, and now he's back with Ohio State. So that was the person I was talking about. If you were listening to the whole entire show to its entirety, then you heard that I was talking about this guy. I just couldn't remember his name. And then Judkins, Trevion Henderson are gone. 2025 NFL draft. Where do you think they're going to get drafted at? I don't know. But in December, Ohio State secured a transfer portal commitment from the running back C.J. Donaldson, West Virginia, 6'2", 238. Back from Miami, Florida, rushed for 234 yards and 11 touchdowns for the Mountaineers last year. And all my family probably know him really well. But also, we added Anthony Rogers, Bo Jackson, Isaiah West. Now, Rogers was ranked 97th overall on 24/7 Sports 2025 composite rankings. So there are some fighting positions going on in the offseason and going into training camp for next season for quarterback battling and running back battling. So there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Love you guys. God bless. Tip the waitress.